Yo, Professor Tippage again. Back with another weekly review. Did not take a lot of trades last week, but this week has definitely shown some moves and shown some opportunities. Um, I did mark up some different pairs and did get in on some different pairs, different from the weekly analysis. But I'll quickly go through everything I looked at last night and Sunday. So starting with the DXY, um, they got clapped. Well, I was looking for on the higher time frame, looking down, like all this. So we see we got this price action coming to the downside on the 4H chart, but it did come to this down into this demand zone and start pushing back up. And I don't think I saw that before. Otherwise, I probably would have been hesitant on them shorts, but so what I saw was price coming to, or price was in this range, price opened up. You got the week close from last week, then the weekly open right here. So price pushed up, respecting this downtrend line. I don't really trade trend lines, but I did notice that one. And then what I saw next was we had the London high and NY high, and we had this big I guess you call this a liquidity grab because it never, it never really came back down, and it closed off 50%, but it never did make new lows from this once it created this wick. So what I saw was the market was continuing to step down, and once it made this low, I was basically looking for continuation for the most part. I didn't wait for a break and retest. It was just mostly it closed below my sell below zone, and I entered. Yeah, probably like on the 5 with a 15. When I seen this come down and then retest, I probably enter right somewhere up in here. But overall, 8 pip stop loss here. No profit taken off of that one. GJ, first trade I had, or the first idea I had, I should have stuck. If I would have kept this trade I had from right here, when we first pushed into that 4-hour order block, you know what I'm saying? Price action would have came all the way down here. Stops above, would have been 80 something pips, but I did not hold that one. I did take this one. And this one was difficult to trade or to take because all this choppy price action in the back. So when I came to the charts, what I saw was blank all this. You either had a double top against structure, looking back in the past on the higher time frames. There's a 4-hour order block somewhere up in this level right here. If you watch the weekly analysis is on there, but I'll point it out right here. And then, like I said, the original sale was from over here, but I closed it out once it, came down, did all this move and came back up. I think I took TP1 on those trades. That's on the weekly analysis as well. But then, like I said, we're heading to this level, collect the orders, consolidate, and start to break out. So then, when I saw the first trade that I took on GJ was from over in this area somewhere, I saw that we was respecting high, so that's why I had two curve lines above, identifying that I saw that double top against structure. So once I seen it come down and retest and break again, I seen it retest this break. So then I took it, from over here. Usually off the 5 with a 15 is where I'm getting in at. So I seen the price start to break back down and it pulled back on me. My initial thought that since we had this double top that it was going to come down and pull back, so that's what I was already looking for. So as soon as I seen it break to the downside, I was in. And then it pushed up. Like I said, this trade got clapped. Right idea, wrong stop loss. Should have probably had stopped a little bit higher, but like I said, with all this consolidation looking left, I wasn't comfortable holding that for a long period of time. So that's why I stopped from there, 8 pip stop on that one. And then last night, like I said, we had the NY, gave us the low, and then we came back. When I come to the chart, it's usually around the Asian, so that's why I trade Asian. So we created the Asian low, Asian high, and then came back and retouched that Asian low, created a lower high, and then I saw it come down into this zone. So what I saw was when we came down to the zone, we were unable to break this low. That's why I got this little trend line right here. So like I said to myself, okay, if price come down here, push back above and retest, this area, this is my entry. So the entry was from way over here, but Got in and it just took off. No drawdown, 27 pip take profit, and then just let it do its thing. I did not re-enter anything else on DJ, just those two trades. On GU, let's on the higher time frame, I did notice this looked like a head and shoulders pattern, so I was looking for shorts all day. I did try to take a buy from here, based off of fib level, and then once I saw it do this and then pull back, that's when I started to notice the head and shoulders pattern. But so I took a buy from right here, thinking it was going to retest the highs, and those got clapped. Bring the drawings back in. Now it's how you want to look at it, back off the 15 and the 5. So over here, like I said, it came down to this level, and I was looking for it to possibly retest the highs, but it didn't. As you can see, 14 pip stop loss hit on that one. And then I saw as my head and shoulders outline, and then I also saw this double bottom against structure. I don't trade the NY session, so but if I would have been trading, this would have been a better entry, especially after I saw this trade right here didn't play out. I would have been looking for entries back from this little zone down here. And man, I guess you can call it a demand zone because price took off and gave you new highs. So that's what I would have been looking for there. But what I saw was in the Asian, we had the previous day, which is yesterday, NY high, NY low, and then the Asian came in and gave you a higher low. So I was looking for higher highs, even possibly come back and retest this high, if not that high. And it pushed up in the profit. It went into drawdown. I had original stops under this NY low. And as soon as it pushed back up, because I did still have this trend line drawn in, I put stop for break even. And I say probably 5 minutes later, it stopped me out at break even. No take profits on that one. But then I just sat back and kept watching the charts. Because at this point, price action was bullish. So that's why I was looking for the buy so strong. But then, like I said, this one didn't play out. This one didn't play out. So I already had my continuation sales zones marked up. So I'm looking for sales at this point. And what happened was price action pushed down and closed below my continuation sales zone. So anytime I got things marked up, continuation buy zone, continuation sales zone, I'm looking for a break and retest of those levels. And that's exactly what happened. On this first trade, I saw a price break and I saw it come back up to here and it started throwing wicks. It wasn't pushing back into that zone real strong. So I took the first sell entry there. I had stops above this candle on this trade, and 50% stop or cut 50% of 50% of the trade if price closed above this 50% level here. And then once I saw it come up and start to exhaust, and then it started to come back down, I took this second trade based off of 15 because I said after this big impulse, price always retrace, but I didn't know how far it would retrace. But once I saw it come up and start throwing wicks back into this zone, that's what gave me the confidence to take this second trade. And the second trade stops was above this candle as well. So I said if price pushed that far back into the zone, yeah, it's just gonna chop around and consolidate, or this would have been a fake out move to sweep these lows. So I waited for this candle to close. I waited for this candle to open and start breaking lows. And then I got busy. I just hopped in based off the strength of the other two trades failing, this big impulse, and it was below my continuation sell zone. So 3 confluences. This trade started playing out, broke that London low. First trade hit TP. Then the second trade came down and started chopping around. So once it did this and gave me that big bullet candle, it didn't close above anything, but I was at work, in and out the chart. So I closed everything right there. 26 pips on this one. And then where we at? About 20 to 23 pips. Because I was somewhere, I think I let this one hit TP1 and I got out. So about 19 pips on the first trade and then 26 pips on the second trade on GU. AU. I did not take this trade on AU. I don't think. No, I did not take this one because I was too tied in with GJ and GU. What I saw from the analysis was price analysis on Saturday. Price pushed into a weekly order block. It was pushing down bullish or bearish, and then this move here created a new intraday high. But the way the price looked on the higher time frames, I'm expecting it to short. So I had my zones drawn up from the weekend and was ready. And then what I saw was price. I saw this big manipulation, and I was like, "Oh man, we must not be going short, and I must be wrong." But I did not change up my zones or anything. I just left them how they were. And when I came back to the charts, I saw this big wick. So off rip, when I'm seeing that liquidity grab, everybody who was short from here stopped out. Everybody who was short from here stopped out. And if you had a short from over here, stopped out. So once I saw price come down and then retrace, stalling back into this consolidation zone right here, I took a short. Or I put the paper trade in or demo trade, however you want to look at it. I took a short. And this one hit full TP. I don't trade AU as much as I used to, so that's why I wasn't confident to execute this live. But from the analysis over the weekend, the trend was bullish. 4-8 pattern was making higher highs and higher lows back and over here. 1 hour setup was a double top at the 4 hour order block. This one back over here because this wasn't here yet. So I'm thinking this is that. That's what I'm talking about over here. Could see a possible pullback to 74,275. So price action was coming back down to here. Is what I was looking at. And then I got before resuming bullish. If we close below there, the next level will be 73,938, which is right over here. So I saw this pullback could possibly push price higher. But then once I saw this, as I was watching this live, so I saw this was a big ass candle. I was like, oh, we ain't going, long as I went away from the charts and came back and had that wick. So I said if we close below there, then we was coming definitely back down to 73,938, and just based off the candle pattern movement, that's what I was looking for, and then play it out. So total 37 pips. I don't think this trade had any drawdown either. How I got in, because I saw it stalling out, and I waited for that bearish close, and then I got in. So if anything, maybe half a pip drawdown, and it's still running in profits. Yeah. AJ didn't do anything on AJ. AUD CAD. I don't know if I marked any of these up yet. No, these were the new ones I added in. CAD JPY. I did not take any trades off this one either, but I did mark it up. And what I did notice was this channel moving up. And I did notice this double top. But when I'm trading and I see a trend, if I see a double top, usually I want to be entering trades or trying to take advantage of the pattern / setup when the double top is in a downtrend. So usually when the price is coming down and it push up, comes down again and push back up and then goes and then getting ready to go back down, that's when I want to sell a double top. I usually don't sell double tops within an uptrend because it usually don't play out. Usually in something like this and then eventually scooping back out. But this one actually came back down to the bottom of the channel. It's not all the way there yet. So continuation sales below 87.445, we'll see. For me personally, that's a 4-hour chart. I would wait to see how this candle closes. If this candle close back into that zone, I wouldn't mess with it. If it came down, closed below and showed me a pattern or entry setup that I like to see on the 5 or the 15, then I would get in. I couldn't necessarily tell you what a stop or a take profit would be, simply because there are several levels back in this area that price would come back and and possibly stop at. Or I would look to hit this one, because this level, price pushed up and came back down, has not been retested. It just took off from there, making higher highs and higher lows. So if the setup right, then I would be looking for something like this. I'll put stops above that range, just for any trickery. Usually I like on currencies, I usually like anywhere from 10 to 20 pip stop losses if I can get it. If I can't get it, then it usually causes me to go back to the chart and second guess. And second guessing ain't really good when you're trying to trade because it knocks out one of your confluences. So this one would definitely just be based off structure. And then target would be here with several take profits along the way. Simply because I see price could stop, somewhere like here. something like here. It just all depends on, price action, time you get in, um, and those sort of things, so several different take profits along the way if you let it run, if you let it run or if you hold it. But this trend is perfectly bullish, so it wouldn't make 100%. It wouldn't make 100% sense to look for these shorts when price action is bullish. So you just have to keep an eye out for that. UJ still consolidating. It looked like it's about to break out. If it would have broke to the downside coming out down here, I would have looked for try to take advantage of this wick fill down here on the weekly. Back over in this level, untested level, pushed out. I wouldn't call that a retest. It came back to that zone, but this is a 1 hour chart, so I would look for a retest to come all the way back down, into that zone. So it possibly still can do that. You just have to wait and see. But based off the way it's consolidating on all time frames, the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, I just ain't interested in getting into that price action. And then UCAD, only thing I saw on UCAD was a lot of double bottoms. And just like I was talking about with the double tops, I will take a double bottom trade if it's in the uptrend. Price came down, tapped it again, pushed up, price came down, tapped it again, pushed up, new highs, and new highs. So potentially could have been buys from this level, but I don't trade UCAD. It's just one I wanted to look at and draw up and see how it worked, because I see a lot of people talking about UCAD, and basically an entry off this double bottom, you let it tap, retest, and then look for that exhaustion and get in. So those are just, the trades I've taken so far between Monday night and Tuesday night. Between Sunday night and Tuesday night for this week. And for the most part, I'm up a little bit. So we'll see how it keeps going. After this video, I will blank all these charts and then, get back to the drawings and see what we can find out. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, email, text message, whatever you want to do. If you want to contact or reach out, trade together, however we want to get down. Let's see where we at. Yeah, these are all my social media tags. That's pretty much all I got for this one. This is a quick one. I just wanted to review, and welcome to the U.